All right, boys and girls, we're gonna start out by doing a few math problems together in this video. But before we get started, just take a second and grab a sheet of paper, a pencil, something to write with. Anything works really. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that now. Willow. So this is kind of like gonna be our number talk for today. I want you to see how many ways you can make this number on your paper now. So pause the video and see how many ways you can make this number. Okay, I'm going to show you a few ways that I made this number. So I was thinking 10 plus 0, 10 take away 0, 5 plus 5, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. You could also do some subtraction, like 20 take away 10, or even 30 take away 20. If you found a different way to make 10, comment down below. We're gonna keep going. So let's move on to our next question. It says, Jenny read 5 pages of her book. Mike read 16 pages of his book. How many more pages did Mike read? So what do we do first? We always underline our question. I know you can't underline the question, but I can do it for you. So we've got some important words right here. How many more? How many more tells us that we are going to subtract. So we just have to figure out what numbers we're going to subtract. Well, we have the number 16 and we have the number 5. I want you to pause the video now and try to solve this on your own. Alrighty, welcome back. So for our equation, we always start with our biggest number, which is 16. Then, remember, we're taking away because how many more means to subtract. So we're taking away 5, and that equals box. You can draw circles for this problem. You can draw a number line. I'm gonna do both. So first I'm going to draw 16 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep them in tens frames so they're easy to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because 10 plus 6 is 16. Then we cross out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how many we've got left. Well, I know that this is a group of 10 and I've only got one left here. So 10, 11. But I could also do this on a number line. So I'm subtracting, so my number is going to get smaller. So I'm going to start down on this end of the number line with 16. And I'm going to make 5 hops back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Land here. So we just count backwards. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So I got the same answer that I did counting backwards as I did with my picture. So I know that my answer is right, and you should have gotten 11 too. Let's move on to the next one. For this word problem, I'm gonna read it, but I want you to pause the video first and try to solve it on your own. Then I'll go back and underline the question and find our important information. Gary found some shells at the beach. He gave 5 to Sandy. Now he has 6. How many shells did Gary find at the beach? Pause the video now and try to solve it on your own. Alrighty, let's go over it. So first we underline our question. How many shells did Gary find at the beach? How many is an important word. It tells me I'm gonna add. So there's my plus sign to remember that it means I'm gonna add, but now I just have to figure out what I'm gonna add. I know I've got the word some in here, which means I don't know how many he found. But he gave 5 to Sandy and he's got 6 left over. So if I want to know how many shells Gary found at the beach, I need to add together how many he gave to Sandy and how many he has now. So my equation can look something like this. 5 plus 6 equals box. But if you went in order of the problem, you could have also had this equation. Box, and he gave 5 to Sandy, so take away 5, equals 6, which is how many he had left over. These are fact families, so the same number here should also work here. Let's do some math and check and see if we're right. Let's do this one first. 5 plus 6. Let's draw 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 is the bigger number, so I can put it in my head and count up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5 plus 6 equals 11. But let's go over here. 11 should work in this box too. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna write it there yet, but I'm gonna put it right here. So 11 take away 5 should equal 6. Let's draw 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I should be able to take away 5 and be left with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do have 6 dots left over, so our answer is 11. You could also do these with a number line. Our number is going to get bigger, so I'm going to start on this side of the number line. 6 is bigger than 5, so it's the one that I'm going to write first. Then I make 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just count up. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I got the same answer. I know my math was right. I can do a number line over here. And start backwards. 11. And hop back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, which is correct. I've had a couple people ask me about these kinds of questions on the Math Magic packet that you've been getting. These aren't the exact questions, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when you have to regroup and when you don't have to regroup. So we're going to do this one first. Take a line and go straight down your 10s and 1s. It kind of helps separate them. We're only going to look at these numbers right now. I know that there's a plus sign here, so I'm going to cover these up, and I need to add 9 plus 3. So if I have 9 and I count up 3 more, 9, 10, 11, 12. But 12 is a 2-digit number. The number in the 1s place goes right here. The number that's in the 10s place is going to get put up here with the other 10s, because I can't have 12 in my 1s place. So now I'm going to cover these up. And I have 4 plus 1, which is 5. But don't forget I had the 1 up here for my 12 earlier. So 4 plus 1 equals 5. 1 more is 6. So this answer is 62. Did I have to regroup? Yes, I did have to regroup. My 1 up here shows me that I did. Now this one, we're not gonna have to do any regrouping. So draw the line again. Get your hand ready. And it's a plus sign again. So 5 plus 0, doesn't change. It's gonna be 5. Then cover them up again. 4 plus 1 also equals 5. Did I have to regroup here? No. I'm going to read you this problem and I want you to pause the video and do it on your own first. Then I'll help you check your work. Draw a square. Partition it into halves. Then partition the same square into fourths. Pause the video now so you have time to complete your work. All right, welcome back. We're gonna draw a square. Remember, a square has all sides that are the same length. I don't have a ruler, but that looks like a square to me. As long as you don't have something like this, that's not right. Or like this, that's not right. Or like this, that's not right. This is a square. We know what these are. Bonus points. If you know what these shapes are, put them in the comments. So there's a few different ways we can partition the square into halves. This is probably the easiest way, going corner to corner. But, because remember, halves means 2 pieces. But now I've got to partition it into fourths, which is 4 pieces. So I'm going to go from this corner to this corner. But like I said, you can partition squares in other ways. So I'm going to draw a smaller square over here. I'm going to partition it a different way. You can make it look like a window. There's our halves. There's our fourths. You can partition it another way. Here's my half. And then I divide that in half, and I divide that in half. There's my fourths. And half. Then divide your halves in half and you have fourths. So you could have done it any of these 4 ways. I hope this has helped with some word problem practice and with the regrouping practice that we would have to do on the Math Magic. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you. Bye-bye. One of my favorite things that I like to do that makes me happy is play with Rocco. This is Rocco. He loves to play fetch. So let's see if we can get him to go chase after this toy that I think he would like. You ready? Go get it. Good boy. That's Willow.